Hello everyone, welcome to maths video class 6th and we are on chapter 23 and now we have finished first exercise, that is exercise 23a. Now we are on next we'll be starting next exercise soon. So let's have little concepts clearance. So open and closed figure. Now if you'll see, the following are some closed figures drawn in a plane. So this is a closed figure. You can see circle, triangle and a quadrilateral. Quadrilateral means which is having four sides. A closed figure which has four sides is called as quadrilateral. So you can see nowhere it is open. All circle, triangle and quadrilateral, it is a closed figure, right? These are closed figure. But if you will see these figures, these are all open. Here it is open, here it is open and here it is open. So these are completely closed figure. These are open figure. And third one, if you will see, in third one, lines are intersecting, means intersection is there. So in first it was closed, open, and here intersecting line segments are there. Okay, so you know the figures very well now, open, close and intersecting figures. Then if you'll see interior and exterior of a closed figure. So if you take this, so this is the white part is interior area and the gray part is exterior area. Similarly here, white part interior, this is exterior. This is gray part is exterior and white part is interior. Okay, so we say that exterior and interior, you know it very well. Okay, so curvilinear and linear boundaries. So if a closed figure is not bounded by line segments, the figure is said to have curvilinear boundaries. Curvilinear means curve. Okay, curve means this is curve. You can see the figure is not bounded by line segments, means straight lines. So this is a curvilinear, this is curvilinear, this is curvilinear and this is also curvilinear. If a closed figure is bounded by line segments only, the figure is said to have linear boundaries. So wherever you find curve in a figure, it is curvilinear figure. Wherever you find only line segments, you say that it is a linear figure, or we say it has linear boundaries. And here it is a curvilinear, it has curvilinear boundaries, it has linear boundaries. Okay, so we'll see some linear figures or linear boundary figures. Okay, so first is triangle. A triangle is a plain closed figure bounded by three line segments. So here line segment AB, segment BC and segment AC, they come together, they bound together and they form a closed figure which is known as triangle. So if we'll see line segments, it is made up of line segments, line segment AB, BC and AC. Okay, and the line segments AB, BC and CA that form the triangle ABC are called sides of the triangle ABC. So we say that these are line segments, but now in a triangle they are known as sides. So side AB, side BC and side CA. Okay. Then rectangle. A rectangle is a plain closed figure. So this is very important that these are all plain figures. These are not 3D figure. Okay. So a rectangle is a plain closed figure. You can see it is closed. This was also closed and this is also closed. Bounded by four line segments. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. So segments AB, segment BC, segment CD and segment DA. The opposites they are bounded in such a way that the opposite line segments are equal, or we say the opposite sides are equal. So here AB and DC, they are equal in length. See, here there are two marks. You can see there are two marks. Here also two marks. These two marks indicate, now this is similar to this. This shows that this line is equal to this line. Here there are three that type of marks. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we say that DA is equal to BC. Sometimes it is only 1, 1. So that means these two are equal. These three marks means these two are equal. Okay. Each angle of a figure is 90 degree. So you can see that this angle DAB 90 degree, angle ADC 90 degree, angle DCB 90 degree, angle ABC is 90 degree. Okay. So you can see the sides. So we say that side AB is equal to side DC and side DA is equal to side CB. Okay. And each angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D is 90 degree. Okay. Square. A square is a plain closed figure bounded by 4 line segments such that. A square is a plain closed figure bounded by 4 line segments. Here also it was bounded by 4 line segments. But see the difference? The 4 line segments are equal to each other. Here opposite sides were equal. Here all sides are equal. Means see 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. Not 2 marks which you get in exams. Mark means marking. Okay. So 2 marks means all the 4 sides are equal. Here there were 2 marks. So these 2 sides were equal. Here 3. So these 2 sides were equal. Okay. So square is such a figure that the 4 line segments are equal to each other. It's a closed figure of course. And each angle is 90 degrees. So you can see angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D is 90 degree. Okay. And also these all 4 sides are equal. Next is circle. A circle is yet another type of plain closed figure, but it is not bounded by line segments. Circle is a curvilinear figure. Circle is a curvilinear figure. It's not a linear figure. Okay. So it is not bounded by line segments. So you can see for example wheel, cycle, car, wheels of cycle, car, bus and disk of the moon, etc. A circle is a closed smooth curve of which each point is equidistant from a fixed point inside it. This is a very important property. You can see this is a circle. You can draw a circle with rounder. So you can see this is the center of the circle. So this is center is P here. And if you will see the distance from P to any point on the circle, it will be equal. Like PD is suppose 3 centimeter. So PE will be 3 centimeter, PA will be 3 centimeter, PB will be 3 centimeter, PCC. And if you draw some more, they will be also 3 centimeter. Means what? This is called PE is the radius of the circle. PA is the radius. PB is the radius. What is radius? The distance between the center of the circle to any one point on the circle. So if I take PB is radius, PC is radius. You know that the distance, see the markings, what does it say? They are all, the length of these radii are equal. Okay. Now, perpendicular to a line segment. Now this is again very, very important concept, children. So, two lines are said to be perpendicular to each other if they contain an angle of 90 degree. That is right angle between them. Two lines are said to be perpendicular. Two lines are said to be perpendicular means suppose this is line AB and we have line CD. So these two lines, line segment, these are okay children. Since there is no arrow, so this is line segment. So line segment AB is perpendicular to line segment CD. Line segment AB is perpendicular to line segment CD. Why? Because when they intersect, they form 90 degree. What is very important in perpendicular lines are they form, when they intersect, they form 90 degree angle. That is right angle. See, now you will say, Miss, these are also intersecting. But this is not 90 degree, no? But if this becomes 90 degree, then we say they are perpendicular to each other. Means here CD is perpendicular to AB or AB is perpendicular to CD because they form 90 degree. So if they do not form 90 degree, means they are just intersecting. But if they form 90 degree or if they form right angle, that means it is perpendicular. These are perpendicular lines. Okay. So if you can see children, this is 90 degree. You can see. Can you see this? This is 90 degree. This is example of 90 degree. Okay. That is right angle. Perpendicular bisector of a line segment. Now, you know what are perpendicular lines. Okay. When two lines are said to be perpendicular to each other if they contain an angle of 90 degree between them. So when two lines are intersecting and while intersecting they form 90 degree angle. So we say that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. Now we'll see what is perpendicular bisector of a line segment. For a line segment, the line that passes through the midpoint and is also perpendicular to it is called as perpendicular bisector. Now perpendicular you know very well. What is the meaning of perpendicular? When two lines meet, they form 90-degree angle, that is right angle. And what is bisector? Bisect means to divide into two parts. Bisect means to divide into two parts. Okay, so we will see what is perpendicular bisector. Okay, so if you will see here, now this line is line segment I have drawn, children. This line segment is 5 centimeter. Okay, and I have drawn one more line segment which passes through it at 90 degree. So first conclusion is these two are perpendicular to each other. So this is AB and this is CD. Okay, AB is perpendicular to CD or CD is perpendicular to AB. Why? Because you can see these two are perpendicular to each other because 90 degrees formed. But what is perpendicular bisector? Perpendicular bisector is, suppose AB is dividing this into two equal parts. This is 5 centimeter. If this is 2.5 and this is 2.5, means AB has divided this CD into two equal parts. So we say that AB is perpendicular bisector of CD. AB of CD means AB has divided CD into two equal parts. So to say it simply, we say AB is perpendicular bisector of CD because AB has divided this line segment CD into two equal parts. Okay, bisect means to divide into two equal parts. So you can see here, MN is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB. MN has divided line segment AB into two equal parts, means AP is equal to PB. So we say that MN is the perpendicular bisector of the line segment AB. See, these two marking shows that this line and this line is equal, means AP is equal to PB. These markings are there. So we say that MN is perpendicular bisector of PB. But here if you can see, we'll have difference between perpendicular bisector and normal perpendicular. See, this is perpendicular. These two are perpendicular lines. See, this is not dividing these two into equal parts. So these are perpendicular. These two are perpendicular lines. But if you will what does it mean? This is 90 degree too, and this has divided this line into two equal parts. So we say that this is perpendicular, but this is perpendicular bisector. Okay. So I hope you have understood difference between perpendicular and perpendicular bisector. So a perpendicular bisector of a line segment always passes through the midpoint of the line segment, bisects the given line segment, is perpendicular to given line segment. One and only one perpendicular bisector can be drawn to give one line segment. In other words, every line segment has unique perpendicular bisector of it. So you can see here, if in this figure P is the midpoint, you can see. So a perpendicular bisector, MN is the perpendicular bisector, by the way. MN is perpendicular bisector which passes through line segment AB at point P. So P is the midpoint of AB. Okay, perpendicular bisector always divides a line into two equal parts. Okay, so in next video we'll start exercise 23B. So be prepared, understand and study hard and complete your notes on time. Thank you so much and take care.